Happy Monday. Welcome to the first day of the Miss Hopi Art Challenge, and happy Mindful Monday. Really, today's activity is just going to get us thinking about who we are, where we're at right and now in this moment. And it's also going to be able to get us looking back at where we've been. Maybe there are some characteristics and qualities that have changed about you as you've grown up. And we're really going to be able to reflect on that today. So I want y'all to take a deep breath. Make sure that you are relaxed. Breathe in all of the good and let out all of the bad. If there's anything stressing you out, don't think about that right now. It's all about you and the time that we have together. For this activity, you will be needing a notebook or a blank piece of paper will work fine. We're actually going to be making a list of qualities and traits about ourselves. And then if you have any, a pencil will do. You can also use a pen and then I also have some colorful pens and markers. You don't need this, but this is just a fun way to make the activity a little bit more hands-on. First things first, I'm actually gonna write my name on the front of my notebook. I'm just gonna When you get a new notebook, it's always good to make it yours. And I heard that from Miss Jennifer Himmel. She likes to bullet journal, and I also like to bullet journal. So I used to get some tips and tricks from her, and I remember one time she told me to put stickers on your journal, decorate it, that way it's something that you want to go back to every day. Open to a blank piece of paper. And if you're getting a little bit nervous, maybe you have a really hard time talking about yourself or writing things about yourself, that is perfectly fine. I'm going to give you some helpful tips and starting points to really get you into thinking about who you are as a person. So the first thing to do is write your name somewhere. And if you want to get fancy with it, you definitely can. If you don't, then you don't have to. You can just start with a simple name. And you can do the traditional list of writing down numbers. I want everyone to be able to aim to, at the very least, 5 things about yourself. That is the minimum. I was also trying to look for purple pens. That's my favorite color. But lately, I've been drawn to blue, which has been, I guess, different, but also exciting. And I'm going to use a pencil because I am indecisive, which there is one trait that I can write down about myself. And I want to be able to erase anything if I find a better word. Another thing I know about myself is that I am very observant. So I'm going to write that down. I also think I am fairly good at math. So I'm going to put mathlete. And of course, artistic. And one more thing about me. I would like to say I'm pretty calm. So I'm going to write that one down too. And that's it. Share your list with one another. Now, if you are having trouble writing something down, here is what you can do. First off, start with things that you are certain and definite about yourself. So those are things like your clan. So I could write down Snow Clan. Your village. Maybe your tribe or the people that you come from. So I could write down Alberts, Hopi. And just start with your demographics. And then as you slowly begin to think of more things, start to get into words that are more descriptive about you and your personal character. And these can be anything. Maybe you're a basketball player. Maybe you're a really good communicator. Maybe you're a good storyteller. I know that there are a lot of people out there who are really good storytellers. And going off of the participant list, I know we also have some people who are really funny. And so don't be afraid to write those things down. You don't have to share this with anyone. So if you want to, humble brag about yourself, do that. This is a time to really think about who you are and where your abilities and characteristics align. The reason that we're doing this is because anytime you are walking into a room or you're joining a new community, it is always good to recognize all of the qualities that you are bringing to the table. I remember there was a time, I'm going to also do a different type of list while I'm telling this story. There was a time in my life during high school when I wasn't feeling that great about myself, and I ran into my brother. If you go to Hopi High, more oftentimes than not, you're going to be going to school with family. I had my brother in school with me, and we actually shared a locker. There was a day when I wasn't feeling that great about myself, and I was kind of down. My brother came up to me. He told me to pick my head up off the ground and not to let it hang, because I was somebody important. No matter if I didn't feel like I was someone important, that I had a name and I had a purpose to carry, and that he never wanted to see me sad or, I guess, with my head down. And I really remember that conversation because that's something that I always take a deep breath and think about. Whether I'm going to an event or I'm doing a presentation, I always in my head go through the qualities that I have, because I'm someone who can oftentimes get very shy or nervous. And so now that we're entering into the art project and we are going to be becoming a little artistic community, I want to make sure that we are all recognizing our strengths and what we bring to the table. So if you can, share your list. If it's something that's personal to you, you can definitely keep this for yourself. But throughout the week, I want you to be able to look back at this list and really think about these qualities as you're beginning to draw. So for my reflection piece, I think I'm going to do a self-portrait. This whole time that I've been doing art demos, I know that I've tried to draw myself, but the picture never ends up really looking like me. So this time I really want to plan it out and see if I can get the picture to look like me and really be able to put myself down on paper. As you all know, we are getting ready for the next pageant, so I want to make sure that I have something that I can work on that is reflective of this whole entire journey that I've been through as a royalty. So really think about all of the things you're contributing to, all of the groups you're in, and remember all of these qualities that you bring to the table. And so as you're drawing, keep this list in mind on who you are and all of the great things that you have to offer the world. And so if you're someone who, I guess, likes to doodle, you can draw a little picture of yourself and just start naming things about yourself. So right here, I am a thoughtful person. And if you're a parent or you're someone who is a little bit younger, have this conversation with your family. Think about how other people would describe you. And I know that sometimes it's hard to ask those questions about other people. How would you describe me to someone else? But it can also lead to some really good conversations. I wear Converse everywhere to keep me grounded. And I didn't draw lips. I guess I could. This is not an accurate picture of me, by the way. But sometimes I wear a red lip because I like to feel powerful. And there are those very rare moments where I am unstoppable. So I'm going to put that on there. And I'm also very peaceful. I don't really like conflict. So I'm going to write that down. And what else do we have? Oh, I like to hike. I'm a hiker. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 things. So any way that you want to do your list, think about yourself. Write these things down. I also want to know what your favorite song is to get creative to. So leave that down in the comments. And, as you're sharing your pictures, make sure you're using the hashtag, which is hashtag MHAP. And see if you find someone with some similar qualities to you and connect with that person. Yeah, that's it for today. I also wanted to include throughout the week some tips and tricks from my family members and artists that I know personally. So I have a few special guests and words of wisdom to add in, and I'll go ahead and let them go. This week we are focusing on sketching. So in your sketchbooks, make sure that you are beginning to sketch out what you want to draw. And I'll see you all on Wednesday with my sketch, and we can create together. But you don't have to wait till Wednesday. You can start right now, and we will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great day, make good choices, and stay creative.
Hey everyone, my name is Candice Lomahaftiwa. I'm Navawangwa from Sangopavi, and I'm here today to share with you some sewing tips and I guess advice in the medium of sewing. So a little background about me. I have been actively sewing for about 20 years. But my first ever wearable garment was made in 1990-91. And you should never be afraid to experiment with something. Once you have an idea in your head, there's always a way to get it made out into reality. So I guess maybe that's piece of advice one is to have a desire to make a project, or you just even have a desire to sew. As long as it's there and you're willing to put forth the work and effort, you're gonna have something that you're gonna be proud of, like I was with that little blue shirt.
I am Ezra Albert. I am Aeon's little brother. I am a ceramicist, and my inspiration for y'all is to go out into nature and soak up the sun rays.
Hello everyone, this is Diane Albert. I am Aeon Winter Albert's mom, and I just want to let you all know that I'm very excited for this project and can't wait to see what comes of all the final pieces that you are creating. I also want to just share a little bit about how I feel when I'm creating. It's a time for me to put aside my work and really just relax, and regardless of what the outcome is, it's really for me. So I want you all to make sure that you enjoy whatever it is you're doing. Play some music, have it quiet, and don't worry about ever making any types of mistakes. There's no mistakes. It's a process. And from whatever you don't expect, you can always turn it around and make it a part of what you are creating. So have fun with it, and afterwards you'll feel really good and energized. So make sure that you continue to pray and meditate through the process and learn some techniques. Okay, so have fun.